Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to be here with you all today. I'll start by saying thank you, Pierre Rose and Josephat, for inviting me. And I'll start by sharing my story. And thank you for the wonderful, wonderful presentation that you have done today. It was amazing. First of all, for those who are new here, our guest, and also our distributors and our readers, thank you all for being here. My name is Josephine Marangu, and I'm making this call from US today. I'm born and raised in Kenya, just like any one of you. So I'm a Kenyan and I embrace that. I've been in New Life for the last 3 years, but before New Life, I was working in healthcare industry as a healthcare professional specialized with as a respiratory therapist, where I was taking care of very sick patients in ICU setting. That there was no day that would end without me seeing a dead person. That's how my life was. Never did I know I would also have the same challenges. Because what happened as I used to work, I started being constantly exposed to a lot of chemicals that I became allergic to, the cleaners. And as I continued to get a lot of attacks, I had to separate with my employer in 2014 because nobody could let me work when I'm having more than 3 attacks a day, because finally I got diagnosed with asthma. And as I continued also to get high doses of steroids, I also got diabetes. So my main way of joining was to improve my health. So when I left my job, my life was very difficult, financially, physically, and emotionally. So I shared this with my own sister, Sapphire Eunice Marangu in Kenya, during a funeral for my brother that I had come to attend. And for her looking at me, I think she was thinking this is the next person to go. But God has a plan for me, because I used to pray every day. And I remember her telling me, Josephine, you will be well. But thank God, I was very skeptical at first, because coming from the market that I came from with a lot of supplementations, which actually I was taking, I tried all companies, but nothing worked for me. So I was very skeptical and very reluctant. But Eunice, knowing the power of the New Life nutrition, because she had used for herself and her son, who also had problems, allergic and attacks like me. When I came back in the city, she called me one day and said, I bought you products. Somebody will call you from New Life. And I'm like, you didn't have to buy for me. And guess what? When she bought 3NN and Herbal Respiratory. Those 2 products changed my life. When I took them, I was taking nebulizer every 2 hours. I could not even stay in countryside for more than 3 days, because my doctor would always advise me, please stay near the hospital, because of the frequent attacks that I used to have. I used to even to carry the EpiPen that I can inject it myself if I get an attack and run to the hospital. So my life was really miserable. So after using those 2 products for 3 days, I stopped taking the nebulizer. And up to today, I've never used that nebulizer. Then on top of that, I developed a lot of problems. And when I came back here, I decided to get started. I got started, and I, of course, was able to order myself other products that Harun has just shown there. New Life Shake and Pro Vitality, and then, of course, the 3NN and Herbal Respiratory and other problems, because at the time I also developed arthritis and osteoporosis. So you can imagine how my life was. It was miserable. And when I look back, I say, if my sister never shared this opportunity and the nutrition with me, I don't know where my life would be. My why was to improve the health. I actually never wanted to hear anybody telling me about business. Why? Because when you are sick and somebody is telling you about business, you don't even want to hear. So that's why I always tell people today, identify the need. Because when you identify the need of a person, then you'll be able to address them fast. If it's about the product, address them. Give them time, even 1, 2, 3 weeks, but keep them emotionally connected and always check on them. And one day they will tell you, I'm feeling better. When they tell you that, then you come back and say, you know what? I can show you something that can improve that can help you buy those products without struggling. So for me, within that first month, I took those products for a whole month, actually 2 months without sharing with anyone. Because I took the ones she bought for me, and then when I joined, I took products for a whole month. I never shared with anybody because I wanted to make sure that what I'm sharing is really genuine. And then within that $17, just my own products. And then that's when something came, and then I'm like, I was told there is some business here. So I went back and looked at my kit and went through everything. And I started sharing with everybody that I knew would benefit, my family, friends, and even anyone else. And I remember the first person I shared with here, when I got $17, I called her as the Sapphire Rachel in Canada, and I said, Rachel, I think there is some business here. Let's use the products and then we look at this business. So together we started this journey. And that's how we formed our team Blessing, you all know. And with that, all we knew was to share with others. And for me, because I was not even talking to people. When I was sick, I was coughing nonstop. Everybody who would call me, I would call people excited, and everybody would ask, how come today you haven't told us you want to stop to get a glass of water? So that's where my business came. Because people, my former colleagues at work, everybody I talked to was ready to get started because everybody had some challenges, but they were not talking them out. But when they saw how my health and change, everybody started joining. And then after that, after taking those products, when my health improved and started sharing, oh my God, within 4 months, I became a director. And now the whole team, we had developed a director in Kenya at the time, and 2 directors under me. Within 6 months, I and my downline, we became Sapphire directors. Simply because our team in Kenya saw business before us. And when we started doing that, I was so amazed by what I saw. Not only did I improve my health, because when I realized there is some business that I can improve my finances as well, I said, why not? And I started sharing with others. And then what really also attracted me is to know this is a company that was there for over 50 years, just like Harun shared. And I said, this seems to be a genuine company. And when the products worked for me, the rest was speaking for itself, because people were, even as I talked to them, everybody was like, you look different, you look vibrant, you look happy. What is it that you have done? And then, of course, I start sharing my story. So in order to succeed, just like Harun said, we have to use the products, because guess what? If you don't use the products, there's no way you'll share with others, because you'll be asked questions that you're not able to do. I started doing that. And when I started sharing the products with others, I also started reading a lot, like GoPro, and also that magazine, Look, Feel Better, so that I can understand more about the products that I never used. But let me tell you, I'm a product of product. Because of the many health challenges that I had, I use almost everything. The only thing I've not used is masculine album, because it's only for men. But I realized that when I continue sharing with others, that $17 continued to increase. And now I'm able to buy my products without any problem. I'm able to pay my bills. And I'm looking at a very bright future in your life because that check has only continued to increase, even though sometimes we say our results are typical because we really also have to work hard. And also developing leaders on the team. That is what has made our team grow. Because I realize when you develop more leaders, then you have a sustainable business. So that's what I do every day. I train, and then I train for the team. And there was, of course, nursery team. And now I have some physical trainings going on there in Kenya so that I can develop myself and I can develop my team. Within those 3 years, I'm being New Life. Not only have I received my health, which is actually my greatest benefit. It's about the stories I hear from other people. I have so many people that call me every day with positive things to tell me about their health. I have an auntie who was on a wheelchair for 5 years. Now she walks, she does everything. And so many other people that have been changing my team. And through that, through building the leaders, through having the customers, because I realize customers grow our business. We have to have our customers. We have to move our products. And then we have also to get business partners. So I started doing that, at least sponsor 3 people every day. So we started doing that and also educating the team on that. And that's why I'm seeing the growth in my team. And through that, I've seen a lot of, in 2021, after 1 year, I was recognized and the team #1 in North America, which was a very, very exciting moment for me because that was my first convention. I did not even know anything. Imagine you going for a convention, you are sitting there, and then you are even eating with these people you call your mentors, and nobody tells you anything. And then you hear yourself being called. And then my friends are like, did you know this? I said, no, I didn't know. So it was exciting moments because that's the time I was able even to meet with our CEO there the first time. Then we went for the first round team, whereby I was also recognized there and given an impact award, because in that, when you become round team here, everything is paid for you. You are given something like $5,000. And when you go there, even your room, you have somebody to attend you. Even when you leave, everything is, the bed is made, bed sheets are changed every day, everything is being replenished. Oh my God, it was a first-class treatment, my first round team. And then the second one, last year, I was recognized #1 round star. So I have received a lot of benefits, leadership bonuses, and bonuses that now every month, I am like somebody who is employed. You can imagine where New Life found me. When I talk about New Life every day, I wake up asking myself, who is the next person that I can talk to change their lives from poor health, and also change their lives and change their lifestyle, travel the world, and also reduce the financial stress. Because it's hard when we think about buying something. I'm always happy when Pieros and Josephat shares about how they started their life, and now looking at them. Josephat, I want, and Pieros, I want to be like you. I'm just behind here, following your steps. And I know together we can change this world, live happier, healthier, and reverse that trend of poor health and financial stress. And thank you all. And thank you for listening to me. God bless you. And I'm happy to be in the Superstar team.